Hey, cats. Good morning to you. Today we're going to talk time is racist. Japan changes the sex of fish using soy. Biden arms the planet and lectures you on your ability to defend yourself. Ukraine wants World War III, and SCOTUS set to make it harder for the government to prosecute corruption. You know the deal? You want to hit? Here you go.
Our youth needs their butt kicked, that's why. They ought to be fighting in a war, that's why. They need fucking discipline, that's why. Fuck you, that's why.
Hey, savages. So, I tell you, we'll start off today. You guys obviously, especially back east, are well aware it's daylight savings time. And according to CNN now, that's racist. Fuck, right? Some of the stupidest shit I've ever heard. I'm not gonna say too much on this just because of, the stupidity involved, right? But they're saying that daylight savings time is racist because losing an hour of sleep actually affects people of lower income more than anyone else, right? And if you're lower income, according to these racists, you must be anything other than white. I don't know. I didn't say it. This is what they're saying. Again, CNN, time is racist. All right, moving on. So this is a story that a lot of Americans here are going to fucking read over, right? So Japan has come out and stated the repercussions of a study that they performed on some catfish, right? They basically took male catfish, put them on a concentrated soy diet, and lo and behold, they have turned those fish into females. Right? And so when you're out here saying, there's so much soy involved, soy boys or whatever, and people try to get crazy and tell you, that's bullshit, that's a myth that's been busted, there's not enough estrogen in soy to do anything to you, right? Well, we know it causes gynecomastia in men. Obviously, that's growing breasts. And, on top of that, we see the repercussions of a massively soy-integrated diet on society at large, with America having some of the weakest men probably in our history, right? Next one here. So recently, I'm sure the vast majority of you heard is, old bedriddens talking about... the fact that we sell semi-automatic weapons in this country is sickening, archaic, yada yada. It seems to be one of the few times this dude can stay coherent and actually put sentences together is as he's trying to tell you he wants to disarm you and remove your ability to defend yourself, your property, and your family. And again, this is as the dude arms the planet, right? He left 300,000 firearms in Afghanistan and continues to sign multi-billion-dollar checks in weapon aid to the Ukrainians, which is, up until this point, everyone on the planet knew that's one of the most corrupt countries there is, right? I know people like to say we're defending democracy. They do not have democracy. Zelensky is a flat-out dictator, has shown as much with, the fact that, at every turn, he's trying to not only beg and, hands looking like cups, but up the ante as far as the West's involvement and the escalation of violence. I mean, it is what it is. And at the meantime, you got our so-called, corpse in chief here willing to take away your ability again to defend yourself in lieu of arming the planet, right? This dude, if you still take this guy serious, you are part of the issue, regardless of your feeling toward, the previous president or the possibility of the next one. You got to see that this dude has nothing in his mind, right? But the people outside of it putting the info in, They want your destruction, man. They want your way of life to decrease. They want you to eat the bugs, live in the pod, not be able to defend yourself. Like Schwab said, you will own nothing and you'll be happy about it, right? It brings us to the next subject here, okay? The Ukrainians, right? The Ukrainians, they want World War III, all right? They are pushing every way possible to make this happen. Everything from, claiming Russian missiles hit Poland. We found out they're Ukrainian missiles. And right then it was, we got to pull the trigger. They hit, a UN nation. To the fact now he's coming out saying, Putin will not stop. He won't stop the shelling until, Russia is basically out of weapons. He's talking about using nuclear strikes, trying to goad the West into wiping, Russia off the map, basically. This dude just keeps pushing. And now you got his wife coming out, just spouting propaganda just as much. Now she's coming out and saying that Russian wives are like, encouraging their husbands to rape Ukrainian women. How the fuck would she know that, man? You know what I'm saying? And, I seriously doubt that even if they have some, captured cat, that was one of the focal points of the questioning, right? And, I mean, to me, it just seems completely fucking unbelievable, man. You know what I mean? They're trying to dehumanize Russians as much as possible. Now, even the women. Soon it'll be the children, right? There'll be little Satans soon. Straight bullshit. I don't want to see World War III. And regardless if you want to put the fucking gay-ass Ukraine's flag in your goddamn bio or not, dude, you shouldn't want it either, man. All right, so, and then last subject here. Now we got the Supreme Court basically poised to ease the ability of the government to prosecute corruption as far as, politics, lobbyists, and so on are concerned. This is stemming from them hearing cases involving Cuomo, the ex-governor of New York, and, obviously tossed out on his ass. I mean, technically, I guess he resigned, but it was, in the face of about to catch charges and I'm sure, personal lawsuits and whatnot. So, now they're hearing cases through, different people in his admin, apparently even lobbyists that were involved, and that is the reason that they're considering lessening the ability of the government to prosecute these people, is because they're saying that the lobbyists are being drawn in. I mean, in reality, the lobbyists are some of the worst pieces of shit on the fucking planet. You know what I'm saying? They should be the first ones tossed out, first ones charged, man. For real. Lobbyists are there to protect corporations and get bills and laws passed that wouldn't pass through voters. You know what I'm saying? These are people that pay for executive fiat and they pay for corruption. The Supreme Court at this time, I believe, has gone to lengths to try to distance itself from, anything that has to do with, voters, Trump, and the right, basically. I believe that anyone that's involved in the right, when they're placed in positions of power or appointed, yada, yada, they, go to great lengths to their own detriment and their constituents to prove that they're not biased. I mean, it is what it is. And, when you see, the left, they stick together, man. I mean, they come together always. It's, we're a party, it's, I'm a Democrat. I'm going to vote for Democrat policies, even if I don't support it. You constantly hear, the most fringe and loony of the party come out and say that they don't support this or don't support that. But at the end, they vote for it because their party sticks together. And I'm not ever saying, hey, vote on, strictly on party lines or what have you. But at the same time, why affiliate yourself with a certain party if you're not going to support it? I mean, and don't get me wrong, there's people, especially say you're a Republican, McConnell needs to get the fuck out, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how this dude still has a job. McCarthy, all these rhinos, dude, Mittens, you know what I'm saying? Boot these fools. These aren't, what the party originally was, and it sure as fuck isn't what it's supposed to stand for now. All right? But you guys know the deal. Tell me how I got it wrong. Tell me how I got it right. Tell me to fuck off. Like, share, subscribe. Come over to Alt Tech. Smell you later.